Hey guys, I hope you're good. So I want to talk about six packs, abs, etc., and just around the subject really for you guys. So yeah, you can develop your abdominal muscles, most definitely. Now, what I want to say to you first of all, in the fitness media, every single time I post a picture of something of my body which resembles a little bit of a six pack, under the perfect lighting, at the perfect time of day, with the exact right hydration, to elude you guys that have kind of a little bit of a six pack, sort of working on that. It does get more attention than if I just make a factual video about fitness, because fitness is pretty unsexual. But there's more people who are millionaires than people who have actually got a six pack. So that's the first thing to point out. So it's extremely, even in the gym, it's really uncommon to see people just walking around with six packs. But it seems if you look on social media, everyone's got one, because the people who get like the lion's share of all the attention have got the six pack. But so I mean, first of all, what I talk about is, yeah, you can get a six pack. Yeah, it is definitely possible. Okay, and you can be somewhat healthy with a six pack. Okay, you don't have to have a really unhealthy low body fat percentage to have a six pack. Like, I can kind of have a fair bit of timber on me, and still have like the abs showing. It's just you have to train your abs specifically, and I'm gonna just quickly list off the exercises that do this. You have to have a low enough body fat percentage. Say, I think the most, and it depends on your genetics as well and how your body is shaped and all that stuff. And we're all different, so it depends really. And it doesn't mean you're like a better athlete or stronger or a superior individual because like you haven't got the perfect six pack either. So it doesn't mean you're stronger in like the gym or outside in carry over to life either. So right, the exercises, if you do want to work on your abs, first of all, indirect exercises like squats. Squats basically train your core. So a side effect of squatting is actually you get a stronger, more stable core, and you will get like probably a bit more definition in the abs area. The next exercise is going to be hanging leg raises. So this does require you to be kind of lean enough, body fat percentage, and strong enough in just strength, basically, to be able to hang and to hang on a bar and swing your legs above your torso. So you're kind of getting, a bit of a crunch on your abs. And with this exercise, like every exercise, the newer you are to doing it, the more result you get because your body ain't used to it. The next exercise is just plain old decline sit-ups. So you can grab a plate to add weight to it if you're bored of doing reps on a decline bench going like that way. If you're not used to doing this, you might struggle to do even a couple of them. But if you have been doing them a while, they become like too easy. So the way to kind of make them harder is just to slow the motion down like a little bit. And then the third thing is just be consistent with it. Yeah, and then the other thing as well, if you really want to be lean, and this is the bit where it kind of can be unhealthy, you have got to track your calories. If you want to stay like the leanness you need to basically regularly show abs, you're talking about basically not eliminating a lot of the guesswork. So you have to basically use your phone as a tracker. Now, I mean, I'm a fan of doing it, but I'm also not a fan of doing it. I do it, but I don't think it's for everyone. So it's not for everyone mentally, and also it kind of ignores your body's hormonal signs. So sometimes your body does need a bit of an extra feed. And if you're just feeding it the same amount of food every day, it can not be the best thing for you always, really. Sometimes you need more food, sometimes you need less food. Whereas you're eating like a kind of robot every day, it's not optimal for health always, but it will get you lean, okay? So like obviously in bodybuilding, this is most definitely going to be the approach they're going to use because they're looking at aesthetics only. Yeah, so it is possible to get one. The other thing is it takes an extended period of time of lifting. So you have to lift the weights, you have to track the food, you have to hit your protein goals. So you have to have at least minimum gram of protein per pound of body weight every day, day in, day out, for a period of years. And even after that, you get there periods where you put a bit more on, it doesn't show, or you can't train as much. And there's other stuff that affects it, like the lighting conditions. Like, I'm gonna get naked and show you right here. So this is getting enough. Right, so here, This is like you can barely see anything, right, in this lighting. But if I change the lighting a little bit, you'll see like a column of abs, like from some Greek god photo, right? The other thing, weight training important, because if you've got a lot of body fat and you're really overweight, loose skin becomes less of an issue. I used to be really fat, okay, and you can sort of tell, but you can't sort of tell because of the fact that I've used resistance training to kind of sculpt my body. The other thing as well, guys, the most important thing about this whole video is this: aesthetics and health. Health is the more important thing than like how you look. Because like if you look good but you feel like death, eventually guess what, the way you look is going to start to suffer big time, and you're going to look like feces, and you're going to look like you're on heroin or something. Okay. Not joking. So you have to also throw away the mirror and the scale and just also concentrate on just how you're feeling, like energy wise. Like, how is your sleep? How is your sexual drive? How is your energy levels? How is your stress tolerance? Are you having any unusual symptoms like hot and cold insensitivity? You know, are you getting sunlight every day? Are you happy? Are you social? Like, all this other stuff is linked to fitness, okay? And actually feeds into fitness completely, right? Without all this other stuff, you ain't gonna get that really hot body. So it'll be, yeah, even if all you care about is the vanity and the looks and stuff, eventually, you know, if you want to get that, you have to prioritize all this other stuff, which is all about how you feel. And, you know, sometimes you have to go through a period of eating a bit more and just working on getting stronger to train up to build your metabolism up. So you're in a position where you're eating enough food. So like, what I would do is, before I try and go on like a diet, I would build my muscle and my metabolism to a point. So I'd be like, okay, let's see how much I can get away with eating and how strong I can get for a while. So I'll gradually increase my calories to a point where it's like, okay, I'm now fed up of eating. I'm eating like 3,000 plus calories a day, and eating is becoming a bit much of a chore, and I don't even enjoy the food no more. I feel like I could just do with cutting food down a bit, because I'm just fed up of eating so much. That is a really, and I'm still quite lean, and that's a really good position to be in, because the minute I drop my calories by a few hundred, so I'm at like 3,100 calories a day, for example, I drop them down by a couple of hundred calories to like 2,600 calories, 2,700 calories, maybe even 2,800 calories. I'm still going to lose some fat, because my body's just going to immediately recognize my metabolism's really revving high because of all that muscle. And immediately all that's going to happen is, within a short period, I'm going to, without even making myself particularly hungry, going to drop a lot of fat without even having any cardio or any of that junk. And I'm still going to feel relatively good. So I hope this video gave you some value. But yeah, that explains it. So remember, they're not as common. Not everyone has a six-pack. I don't really have a six-pack. And a lot of that stuff you see online is just to get you to buy BS supplements or workout programs that do not work. So be careful, and yeah, take it all with a grain of salt, and don't compare yourself to weirdos on the internet. Peace out.